I'll be honest with you, I'm a big fan of the Eurovision Song Contest, or more specifically, I'm a big fan of the various Portuguese entries in the Eurovision Song Contest. Believe it or not, we've had some amazing poems and performers since our first entry in 1964. In this era, Portugal was immersed into what would be the last decade of a dictatorship regimen, and that was apparent in the poems taken to Eurovision. At first, the songs seemed to have a very polite, God-oriented message that barely represented anything that would be going on with the country. However, as the years went by, there was a slight tonal shift in the themes brought to the light in Eurovision. I'll do my best to exemplify the sentiment with today's artist, Simone de Oliveira.
Sonhos que sonhei, onde estão?
Simone de Oliveira was born in 1938 in Lisbon, Portugal. She is one of the most recognizable voices in Portugal, not only for her long-lasting career and amazing stamina even to this day, but also because she has a unique timbre. She can be categorized as having a massively powerful and resonant voice, with an energy that's hardly imitable. Simone represented Portugal twice in the 1960s in Eurovision, with very different songs, both in shape and meaning. The first one we'll look at is called Sol de Inverno.
Dei tudo na vida, bandeira vencida, rasgada no chão, sua data esquecida.
Sung by Simone in 1965, this song is very much in the style of French chanson, romantic songs in feeling. In this occasion, the song speaks of a woman who's seen her relationship being ended by her lover, as she herself explains her feelings regarding the end of the relationship. The two beginning interrogations set the tone for the rest of the song.
Sonhos que sonhei, onde estão? Horas que vivi, quem as tem?
In various parts of this poem, written by Jerónimo Bragança, Simone details her frustration and disgust for her ex-lover's attitude, where she feels she gave it all but never got anything in return, comparing their relationship to the winter's sun. As she puts it,
como o sol de inverno não tem calor.
In 1969, Simone returned to the Eurovision stage with a song that at the very least contrasts with her previous appearance. Believe it or not, this song was not only revolutionary in its context, poem and wordings, it also was scandalous in the ultra-conservative Catholic Portugal. Lines such as or the most scandalous of all, all of these were a drastic tonal shift from the norm, especially sung by a very respected and respectable Simone in her 30s, whose expressions while singing these lines gave us a clue of the importance that this song actually had in predicting the societal evolution that would culminate in the 1974's 25th of April revolution, that removed the almost 50-year-old dictatorship from power. This incredibly strong statement of a poem was written by José Carlos Ari dos Santos, one of the most influential and important poets of the 20th century in Portugal. I'm sure we'll return to him soon enough in this series. Politics aside, the song is quite powerful in its arrangement as well. Written for a full orchestra as it was the style at the time, it maintains its strength all throughout the song, until the massive climax at the end, with Simone's powerful voice being put into evidence. Finally, I'll move away from Eurovision. Well, not entirely. To let you know of my favorite song sung by Simone. This song was written by and for Carlos do Carmo, one of the most proeminent fado singers in Portugal, with a massive career and following. He wrote the song and sung it in Portugal's Festival da Canção, which, if you win, you'll be a representative in Eurovision. I really seem not to be able to leave Eurovision alone today. Anyway, Simone requested to sing this poem herself as she was a fan and did a brilliant job at it. Since then, various other artists have sung and recorded this song, such as Mafalda Arnaud or Dulce Pontes. As I don't want the video to elongate too much, I'll leave you with the beginning of No Teu Poema.
No teu poema existe verso embarado sem medida, corpo que respira em céu aberto, janela debruçada para a vida.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I will leave links to the 3 songs discussed in this video for you to explore a bit more of Simone's amazing voice. As a fun fact, Simone did the singing part, with help from the actress who did the speaking part, of Zira in Lion King 2, The Pride of Simba. I will also leave a link below for the song My Lullaby. That's all for me. I'll see you soon.
O riso e a voz perfeita